Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur, and welcome back to another video of Let's Play Multiple Online 2 Beta. Okay, so today we're running on version 0.1.0.87, and this is another humongous patch that SV has released. And so now this patch is so large that I don't have, I'm not going to put it on the screen because it would just take too long to scroll down. But I want to just give a shout out to a YouTuber by the name of Bloodwolf, who did a very good video covering the entire patch. And so not only has he done a very good job of covering the patch, but he has a very good voice, which is very calm and relaxing to listen to. So I just want to give a shout out to him. So I have a link in the description below that will take you to his channel, to that video. And so yeah, if you like his channel, then do go and support him. Alright, today I just want to make my way from Fabrenum to Meduli, because as you know, Fabrenum is my new base of operations. It used to be Meduli, but I've changed to Fabrenum because Fabrenum is a bit more of a central location for me, as I mentioned in another video. And so for me, Fabrenum seems to be a more ideal location, if I'm going to travel anywhere. And so today, this is also I will make this also a game guide video. And so today, the topic that I want to cover is whether is Multiple Online 2 the game for you? Because I think a lot of people who are coming into this game, they have this question in their mind: is this the kind of game that they want to play, that they will enjoy playing? We check every mob before I approach them, because last time I ran into a bunch of young wolves, and they almost chewed me to death. And later on, after that, I got mauled to death by a wolf. By a black bear. So I learned a very important lesson. During that journey. Okay, so as I'm gonna just start by covering, if this game is reasons why this game would not be for you. I'm kind of the person who wants to start with the bad news first, and then end with the good news. So we'll start with whether this game is not for you. If this game is not for you, the reasons why. So I think first of all, if you're looking for a guided experience, like a WoW or any number of theme park MMORPGs, and I would say even some so-called sandbox games. I don't want to name any in particular right now, but I've seen some games, MMORPGs, that call themselves sandbox games, but in my opinion, they're not really sandboxes. And so if you're looking for a guided experience, you're looking for a game that will take you from one zone to the next and tell you what to do, and walk you through everything, then you will not enjoy this game, because the moment you come into this game, the game just pretty much leaves you to your own devices. The game does not tell you where to go, what to do. It does give you some tips and pointers, but from there on, you have to be the one who does all the deciding. You need to decide for yourself what you're going to do, and what you're going to do. Sorry, where you're going to go and what you're going to do. And so yeah, if you just be aware of that. Before you even decide to download this game, just be aware that this game does not hold your hand, and you will be the master of your of the path that you want to take. Okay, and I think moving on from that, if you're someone who's looking for a game that has PvP zones and where there's you don't lose all your stuff upon death, then this game is not for you, because this game is PvP everywhere at any time except on Haven. And also this game is full looting upon death. You will keep certain things like your spellbook and your worn short sword, but I think a few other utility tools as well. I think you keep your torch as well. I'm not too sure, but yeah, you do keep certain things, but for the most part, pretty much everything else you're carrying is dropped the moment you die. Whether that be from suicide or whether you're getting killed by a creature or fall damage or whatever, you'll drop pretty much everything upon death. So just be aware of that, and this game is it doesn't have levels. So if you're looking for a game that's where you have levels and you create a character and then you choose a class, then this game is not going to appeal to you. And so that brings me to, I think, another big part of important thing as well. This is not just going to be for those who are new to the game, but also for existing MO1 vets, people who are coming from MO1. If you like having multiple character slots and a not so big world, then I think you will not really enjoy this game as much. I mean, I've already done a video where I talked at length about what one of my viewers pointed out, and his name is Samuski36, I think it is. And so he said that he doesn't like the one character slot, and so he won't be playing this game, and which I completely understand, and I completely respect his opinion on that. So just be aware, this game is a one character slot, so you only get one character. So that means when so this is not a game where you just, oh cool, I need a sleep horse, good. I need a horse. This will speed things up a lot. Okay, let's make friends with this horse. Huh? Oh, I didn't learn taming. Oh no. Okay, not to worry. Okay, so I think this game also is a lot of this is a game that is very much focused on player interaction. You are going to have to interact a lot with players in this game. So if you're looking for a game like EVE Online where you can pretty much just play solo, you don't ever have to interact much with another player. I mean, I played EVE Online, and for pretty much 99% of the time, I'm playing solo. I never really felt the need to interact with another player. And buying things on the market, buying and selling things, it's all very impersonal and very non-interactive affair. So if you're looking for a game where you can, not interact with anyone as you go, then you're probably not going to get very much out of this game, because now that you've only got one character slot, you're going to have to rely on other players, which was one of the tenets of the first game. I think that's a player, possibly. Which was one of the tenets of the first game. The first game wanted to create a world where players have to rely on each other, and for trade, and for different goods. However, with the multiple character slots, and I think they started out with, I think there was 3 character slots at the beginning, and then they added another one. So I think, that kind of made it, very, it sort of de-incentivized the need to interact with players. I mean, I was self-sufficient on one account. Of course, people have multiple accounts, and they ran with a lot of I think some players had like a dozen different characters or something like that. So so I think so this game is going to require a lot of player interaction, and so if you're kind of someone who likes to troll other people, and make other people upset in the game, through bush pig. I thought it was black bears. It's very hard to tell, when you're from a distance. You can't really. These could be black bears. Okay, the bush pigs as well. Shoo. You got to watch out for everything. Okay. So I have to say the world has become much more detailed now that they've fleshed the game world out a lot more. And I think another aspect that you will not enjoy about this game is the whole concept of self-reliance and looking after yourself, and not having anyone to watch your back, unless you're in a guild and you're with friends. This game is going to be very much a if something bad happens to you and it's not due to a bug or some sort of exploit or whatever, then there's nothing that the game developers can do. The GMs cannot restore your things, and so it's simply a case of too bad. A case of you made a mistake and you have to live with it. But it shouldn't be. I think this is not something to be seen as a negative. I think a lot of things that I know now were learned as a result of dying and making mistakes in Mortal Online 1. So in Mortal Online 1 I died a lot. I died many times, but every time I died I learned something. So so if you are someone who is not afraid of making mistakes, and you are someone who's a self-learner, a self-teacher, you teach yourself, you learn things by yourself, then you will enjoy this game. But if you don't like that kind of thing, then I don't think you'll find this game very enjoyable, because you will die a lot in this game and you will lose a lot of things. So when you die, don't blame other players. Don't blame the game. Instead, ask yourself, what did you do wrong, and what can you learn from the experience? One example, and I think this is going to be most important when the game does go into persistent beta, and the thousands of players start flooding in, like they did during this. During the recent stress tests, I think they had 10,000 players or something, if I remember correctly. So this is you are. You got to have eagle eyes, like I mentioned. Let me just assess the situation. What was that thing? Should be quite safe, I think. Probably just this. Oh, it's a springbok. Yeah. But why is the springbok running? He must be running away from something. So as I was saying, I think when the doors open, persistent arrives, then I think one thing that a lot of players are going to run into is the getting ganked by very well geared players who have mounts, who have very fast mounts and very powerful weapons and armor, and they probably have friends to back them up, and you're just by yourself. You're probably going to end up getting ganked by them at some point. And so this is one thing that happened in Warzone Online 1's 2015 Steam launch. So a lot of players, they started in Modern Co, and so that area was I think was controlled by RPK at the time, if I'm not mistaken. And so what happened was RPK was there to basically gank everyone. So I think there was a time limit to players staying yellow. That was the new player protection flag, and once that wore off or it was disabled, then RPK would just gank them, or they use some sort of the trick to to make them lose that flag. And so RPK was ganking a lot of new players there, and one thing that happened was that new players were basically just resurrecting at the priest and then just getting ganked over and over again, and eventually they just quit from that. And so that was very tragic. But I realized that from that event, then I realized that I needed to point out to all new players that this is a game that's you are, oh my goodness, look at this, ooh, this is gorgeous. Oh, whoa, man. Okay, so this does happen. So yeah, as I was saying, you do need to think. And so this, if you're someone who just likes to just if you run into a problem and you don't think why, what caused you to die, then you're not gonna get very much out of this game, because this game is all about learning from your mistakes. So one tip that I would give new players is that if you get ganked, then think of ways to get away from that situation from happening again. So things like moving away to a priest that's further away, or group up with other players to take down the people who killed you, and where is that other wolf? Did he run away to? And I think and or waiting a little bit of time, let a little bit of time to pass before you go about resurrecting. Then that's another way that you can. Oh, and I'm overweight again. All right, so I think I need to rest, so I can't use this anyway. So okay, so you just bear that in mind. And now I think another thing that I'll point out before I move on to, if this game is for you, whether you will enjoy this game, is that this game does not explain everything to you. This game is all about discovering things. So if you're someone who doesn't like to calculate, who doesn't like to sit down and work out how things work, and figuring out how different formulas and different crafting recipes work, then you either not enjoy this game, or you're going to end up always looking for someone to do things for you, other players to provide you with the solutions. So yeah, this game is very much about you taking the time to understand how different systems work, and how different how all the secrets of this game. There are a lot of secrets, and players who figure out a powerful recipe, they can either hoard it or share it with with the rest of the community. It's kind of like chefs who have worked out a way to create a particular taste in their dishes, and they don't want the competition to have it, so they keep it as a closely guarded secret. While I'm resting. Wow, this is so gorgeous. Even on high settings, this is like really, really pretty. Graphics are beautiful. Wow, look at that. Oh. Before I was attacked by the wolves, this was this is definitely AAA stuff. You will not see this in any game out there these days. I think I better just rest up a little bit more. I need every bit of health. All right, so moving on to whether you will enjoy this. If you enjoy this game, the reasons that you will enjoy this game is that this game is all about freedom. It is all about player self-determination. You determine what you're going to do in this game, and so you decide where to go, what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, and how you're going to do it. Ooh. Leave me alone. That's right. You better run. So this is a game that lets you decide, everything. From the moment you enter this game, even in Haven, you are pretty much left to your own devices. The game is not going to tell you, go here, do this quest. There's no, go to this area and kill 10 rats and bring back their tails and I'll give you whatever. There's no such thing in this game. So if you enjoy just the absolute freedom that this game offers, then you will love this game. More eye candy for me. Oh man. Man, the graphics have gotten so much better the last time I came here. The wolf is still on the screen. I wonder where he's gone. Not to worry. I don't think he's coming to look for me anytime soon. Okay, so this video is just not for you, the viewers, but for me as well. This is a learning. I'm learning from this. I'm learning how to get to Meduli from Favenum, because I will need to get there. I will need to travel there, on a semi-regular basis to mine the Sabura. So I think if you saw in the chat earlier, someone was asking, can you find Sabura in Favenum? And the answer is no. You may be able to find Calx and a lot of Granum, but you will not find any Sabura. It's all going to be in Meduli, most of it. Okay, and so I think maybe I'll go up here. Whoa. I have a feeling I'm going to spend a lot of time stopping and just looking at the scenery. Man, so beautiful. Alright, let's be on our way. And so I think if you like first person only, and you enjoy skill based Twitch based combat, and you like that sense of risk, that sense of unknown, always that sense of uncertainty everywhere you go. You don't know if you're going to run into a player killer next time you go out. If you enjoy that kind of adrenaline rush, then I think you will enjoy this game. Oh man. I cannot think of another game that has graphics like this. I think the closest I can think of is Kingdom Come Deliverance. The Witcher 3. But man, this is in a class of its own. And more bloodied from the combat. Okay. And I think if you enjoy, that sense of player creativity and being able to invent your own way of playing the game, then this game will give you a lot of that freedom. I think every player has a way of playing the game, and so even this video, the way I'm going about to go to Meduli, you might have another way to follow, another route. So every player has their own strategy. So I think, and especially when it comes to the game of cat and mouse that players play amongst themselves, like what I'm doing, I'm always on the lookout for player killers, player bandits. So this game is the very definition of asymmetrical warfare, asymmetrical gameplay. Is this thing going to attack me? Elder Springbok. Oh, he's not running away from me, so he's probably thinking, he's not going to run from me, so is he going to attack me? Alright. Yeah, this is going to be a very long journey, so just bear with me. But man, look at the graphics. I think the highlight of this video is the is the graphics, no doubt about it. So beautiful, and this is definitely a huge step up from MO1. And I think if you're into Mordau or Chivalry or Mountain Blade, then but in an MMORPG setting, and with crafting and player politics, then I think you'll enjoy this game. And also the fact that there's no invisibility or transparency, unlike in other games where you press a button and you turn invisible or transparent or whatever. This game is all about relying on true stealth. That's what I would call true stealth, as in relying on the shadows and lowering your visible profile, using cover and different ways. Okay, so far we've come across wolves that are a threat to your safety. So, but I think in the coming patch, which is next week, so by the time you see this video, the new patch would have already been out. So. And in that patch, I think I remember reading that that there is going to be a lot more different kinds of mobs, and so hopefully we'll see more creatures. I think one thing that's the game really needs is the ambience, and having all kinds of wildlife and different birds flying in the air, and insects and different insects scuttering about, and just making the world feel more animate and more lively. Because I think the game, you've got such a beautiful world. The world is absolutely beautiful beyond belief, but it's just too still. That's the word that I could best describe it. It's too still and quiet and inanimate. So hopefully the next patch will fix that. I suppose another good point that I could bring up about in this video is that you do not need to be very, very good at PvP to enjoy this game. I think I remember reading somewhere, I think it was a YouTube video or on a Steam comment or somewhere, someone was saying that I'm not good at PvP and therefore this game is not for me. I don't think that's true. I think you don't need to be good at PvP to enjoy this game. And my channels, I've been doing videos for this game for the past 8 years, and for all that time, usually I try to avoid PvP as much as possible. And the only time I engage in PvP is if I'm cornered and I have nowhere to run, and then that's when I'll fight. So if you're on the fence about that because you're wondering whether you need to be good at PvP, it's not a prerequisite. You can absolutely enjoy this game in your own way without being good at PvP. Thank you, SV, for making this game. It gives me so many wonderful moments of capturing the scenery that is I think it's a once in a lifetime thing. you probably won't see another game like this for a very, very long time. Oh look, and the clouds reflect on the water now. That's really, really good. And let's see if they so you can see like the in the water it still follows the reflection of my sword. I think that they haven't fixed that, but anyway. I suppose that's something that can be fixed later. And we're still nowhere near Meduli. Yeah, so as you can see, this game is you may need either a player guide, or you'll need to practice several times just visiting that place that you want to go to. I suppose another good point that I should bring up that I didn't mention at the beginning of this video is if you're looking for a game that's okay, maybe I'll make this a positive. If you're looking for a game that doesn't feed you everything, or not telling you where you are, and there's no global chat, and you're looking for a game that doesn't give you global banking, that is, items that you put in the bank in one town will just appear when you go to the bank in another town. If you're looking for a game that doesn't give you that, then you will enjoy this game, because that very small mechanic alone facilitates the need to transport things. If you have global banking, then you don't even need to worry about transporting. You just put it in your bank, right to the other town, and there it is. But with PvP everywhere, and full looting, and local banking, and local chat, the gameplay suddenly changes dramatically, radically, fundamentally changes. You have to not only transport things, but you have to rely on other players to guard you, to protect you, and you need to communicate with them. Okay, so I think we're getting there. Have I overshot? No? Okay. Wow. This game the world is huge. So yeah, definitely a mount is going to be a prerequisite in this game. Everyone's going to need a mount. Doesn't matter whether you're a crafter or a hauler or a warrior, mage, whatever. Doesn't matter what your profession is, what you intend to do in this game, you're going to need a mount. So I think they've taken away, automatic taming when you start a new character in this. Once they've started the, I think in recent patches they've removed a lot of things that were given to you for free, and definitely do not fall into that. Okay, I think we're okay. So I think I can see. Oh no! Oh no! I think I'm doomed. Oh please! Oh please! No! Oh no! I think I'm doomed. Okay, so maybe we'll try and make the best of. Oh no! Okay. Alright. So that was a mistake, but okay, so as you can see, so you do keep certain things when you die, so alright. Alright, so I think I've achieved my goal. I've figured out how to get to Meduli from Vabrenum. It just didn't end the way I wanted it to go, but I think I've achieved my goal. So thank you for joining me today in this video, and hope that you got something helpful out of it, and that it was entertaining. I will be making more videos of I think my plan going forward is that I'm going to continue to just do more of these, my own sort of journeys and my activities, and in the midst of that I'm going to put in some game guide tips and advice for new players. So until persistence arrives, then that's when I will continue to that's when my a lot of the adventures will officially begin, because I think right now everyone knows that persistence is just around the corner, or it's, some ways away. So they're probably not playing seriously as they would when persistence arrives. So I think when persistence arrives, then that's when people are gonna really I fully expect there to be thousands and thousands of players in the game, and so it's going to be a huge explosion of players when the persistence arrives. But before then, I think even then I think there's a lot of players already on the mainland, which is a good sign. So definitely I will be. Oh, okay, so there's a horse here. Maybe I can learn taming. Alright, so just keeping a mental note of that. So there are horses. Alright, so I think I'll end this video here. Thank you very much for joining me today, and hope that you enjoyed this video. Please do remember to give it a like, a thumbs up, and if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave it in the section below, and please do subscribe to my channel and share this video. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. This is Fun Gaming Connoisseur. Take care and have a good day.